Okay, so let us see some difference between the classes that are implementing the map interface. And here, this is the main important point that you need to see for the hash map and hash table. No order will be maintained. Okay, though it will not maintain the insertion order. It will randomly pick and keep it up. Okay, and here in the linked hash map, you can see the insertion order will be maintained, and the tree map it will sort in ascending to descending by default. Okay, so this is the main difference. And if you get any kind of requirement accordingly, then you can go for the linked hash map or tree map. If you don't have any kind of order that needs to be maintained, then you can just go for the hash map or hash table. Okay, and let us try this practically now. And I have created a method here, so let me create an map with key value a string, and let me create an object for the hash map class. Okay, so I have created an object for the hashmap class, and we will add some string values, maybe some names or something. So let me import it from the util class, and we will add some names here. Okay, so for example, let me add some input method where it is. Okay, so name A is Tom. So I will add some more names here. So both are going to be string. Okay, both key and value both are going to be string, and let me add some more values here. Okay, and here you can see I have added some four names here, and I just kept the key as name A, B, and C and D. Okay, just for the reference, and we are using the hashmap class. I have created the object for it, and here we are doing the looping. Okay, so that we have already seen. So I have created it, and we will display the key and the name here. So first we'll try with the hashmap, and let me run this one. You can see the order will not be maintained now, and okay, so we need to call this method, and if I run this one, you can see the order will not be maintained for the hash map. Okay, so that is one point we have seen, and here you can see it starts with C, D, A, and B. Okay, and when it comes to the hash table, the similar kind of response that you will see with the hash table as well. Okay, and if I run this program, it will not maintain the insertion order here as well. So it comes from name D, C, A, and B and A, right? And let us put linked hash map here, and I will import it from the util. So if I run this one, this insertion order will be maintained now for the linked hash map. You can see here it comes as name A, B, C, and D, whatever the order that we have inserted, right? Similarly, it is bringing up for us, right? If you go for the tree map, it is going to be in the ascending and descending order, right? So if I run this program, you can see for the tree map, it will show it in the ascending order, ascending to descending order, and that will be done based on the key. Okay, so here everything is in the ascending, right? So let me change it to B, and I will change it A here. Even then, if I run this one with the tree map object, right, you can see it will ascend the values based on the key only, not based on the value. Okay, so this we have already seen in our previous example, but here you can see it is giving it properly. Okay, so that is the main difference that we have with the hash map, hash table, linked hash map, and tree map. Okay, and all classes in map interface will have only unique elements. So this means if I go here and add some values, right? So let me add another name A, and I will put it as some Jerry or something. Okay, so if I run this program now using the tree map, I'm running it, and here you can see it will have only Jerry here. Okay, so because key should be unique always. Okay, so it will replace it. So it will add this Catherine, but it will go and check whether the name A is available. If it is available, then it will replace this Jerry to the name A again. Okay, so key is always unique in all kind of um, map classes. Okay, so here in the hash map also, if I run this one, I are going to get the same output. That is also applicable for the linked hash map and hash table also. Okay, so this is the second point that we need to see in the differences, and here you can see hash map and linked hash map can have one null key and multiple null values. Okay, say for example, I will go here and let me add um, two null values here. Okay, So let me add a null value, null key and a null value as well. And even here I will add a null key and null value. And if I run this one, right, using the hash map object, you can see it will add only one null key is allowed. Okay, here you can have multiple null values. Okay, say for example, if I have a um, object sorry, key called name e and f, okay, and that values are going to be null. Okay, and let me change it here as null, that will be allowed. Okay, so this name e and f will be added because null is allowed in the value, but it is not allowed in the key. Okay, key should have only one null value. So if I run this one, you can see in the hash map, it is adding one null key. Okay, but you can see the values are getting displayed. Okay, here also it's null, it's null. Here in the name f also it's null, but key should have only one null value. This is not getting added. Okay, so it will get replaced. And similarly for the linked hash map, going to behave in the same way. If I run this one, you can see only one null key is added, the other one has been removed. Okay, so this has been removed, but in the values you can see multiple null values have been added. Okay, so this is for the linked hash map. And what about the tree map? Tree map can have only null values. Multiple null values are allowed, but not a single key. Okay, here if I go and run this as a tree map, let us see. So it's going to throw an exception. Okay, see here, it will throw an exception. So in that case, for example, if I comment these two things, right, it should not have any null value, right, null key. So I'm commenting both the lines. Okay, so this two only has the null key, right, but it can have multiple null values. So now if I run this one, this name e and f will get run and it will get added. Okay, so tree map does not allow null key, but you can have multiple null values in tree map. Okay, so that is the point mentioned here. And hash table may not have any null key or value. Okay, in hash table, let me change this one to hash table now. It cannot have any kind of null value or key. Okay, so if I run this one, even after commenting this out, right, you can see it is throwing error. So even it does not allow any kind of null key or value. So you should not have any null related key and values in the hash table. Okay, so that is one important point that you have to note it down when you are comparing these classes. Okay, and hash map is faster when compared to other class. Why it's so? Because it does not maintain any kind of order, right, that is one point. And it is not synchronized. So let's see what is synchronized or non-synchronized later. And also, it does not use any kind of doubly linked list. Since hash map is faster, you can see the linked list is using the doubly linked list concept and it maintains the insertion order, right? So it takes some time in the performance wise. Okay, and the tree maps, it needs to compare and sort it down, right? So that also takes some time. So in performance wise, you can take a hash map is much faster when compared to all these three classes. Okay, if you don't want to maintain any kind of insertion order or sorting, or it should not be any non-synchronized also, it's if it is thread not thread safe also, if it is fine, then you can go for the hash map. Okay, and hash table is synchronized, so it is by default itself it is synchronized. Okay, so that's why it is slower when compared to the hash map. Okay, so this is the performance related comparison between these classes. And here you can see hash map, linked hash map and tree map are not synchronized, whereas hash table is synchronized. So let's see what is not synchronized and what is synchronized now. So here you can see a simple representation for the synchronized versus non-synchronized. So firstly, synchronized means it is thread safe. So why it is thread safe? Here you can see if you have a map, okay, and if one multiple threads are running in your environment, and if one thread is going to access that map, say for example it is adding some values or it is removing some values, then at that time this whole thing will get locked. Okay, and other threads which are trying to access this map should wait outside. And once this thread is completed, it will unlock, and this thread waiting outside one by one it should go, and multiple threads cannot access the same object at the same time. Okay, so that is called as an synchronized pattern, and that will be thread safe, because if multiple threads are on, so here this side in the left side you can see it is not synchronized and it is not thread safe. Okay, because this object, right, this map, it will multiple threads will go and access that map, and it will try to change or remove or replace any kind of operations that it can do, and there will be a point of concurrent modification exception that can occur, or maybe that might be an data loss also. So multiple thread environments, you should not use a not synchronized maps. Okay, so by default hash table is synchronized. Okay, so you cannot make it as not synchronized. Okay, you cannot make the hash table as unsynchronized, but this hash map, linked hash map and tree map, you can explicitly change it to a synchronized map. Okay, so that you have a method in collections that using that you can change it explicitly, and once you make it as synchronized, it is going to behave in this thread safe manner. Okay, if one thread is accessing that map, it will get locked, and once that operation completes from that thread, that next thread waiting outside is going to go and change the or remove the values inside that map. Okay, so this is why the synchronized maps will take more time, because this waiting time, right, it takes some more time when compared to the non-synchronized list or map. Okay, so this we have already explained during the list interface, and the same concept are going to be used in the map as well. Okay, so now let us see with a quick example on how it behaves with the synchronized or non-synchronized maps. Okay, so we have seen what is synchronized or non-synchronized in a theoretical manner, but here it is something we have a practical example where I am just creating an hash map. This is hash map is the object I have initialized, and you can see here I am running two threads here. Okay, so to just to show the multi-thread concept, I have created an object called T1. So that is one thread, and T2 is the other thread, and inside this for the hmap object I'm adding some values. Okay, so I'm adding some name a, b and c with some values, and in this run method I'm adding some more values like d, e and f. Okay, and I'm iterating through this one, so let us uncomment this one since it is not synchronized one. Okay, so now I'm just giving the hash map as non-synchronized, and here you can see I have removed this block also, so I'm iterating it okay, one by one, and here you can see I'm replacing the value of name b to carlon. Okay, so during the iteration I am replacing it, so here it will throw the concurrent modification exception, as this two threads I have started here at the same time. Okay, so both are going to run at the same time, and it will do the modifications here, so you might get the concurrent modification since it is not synchronized. Now this hash map is not synchronized, right? So you will get that exception. Okay, so I am displaying the value here at finally, and now if I run this program, you can see both threads will be accessing at the same time, right? So you have got the concurrent modification exception. Okay, so this is the problem that you will get if the maps are not synchronized and in the multi-threading environment, if many threads are accessing that object. Okay, so now let us make this as an synchronized one. So in the below thing I have created the same kind of hash map, but here using the collections interface, here you have some kind of synchronized methods, right? Already we have seen in list and set, so similarly you have for synchronized map as well. Okay, so just put that map inside this one, so explicitly now you are changing the hash map to a synchronized pattern. Okay, so here you have to put the iteration inside a synchronized block. Okay, so that is also important that you have to do to control the thread safe. Okay, so now if you run here, so if thread 2 is going and accessing that map, then thread 1 has to wait outside. Okay, so once thread 2 completes its action, then thread 1 will go on access that hash map. Okay, so now you can see you will not be getting any kind of modification exception. Okay, so this is called as an synchronized map. Okay, so we can do it explicitly, but as I said, the hash table is by default it is a synchronized, right? So let us create an hash table now here. Okay, So I have created an hash table here using the same object, and we are trying to add the values in both the threads. Okay, and we are iterating and replacing the value of the name b. Okay, since it is synchronized by default, okay, you will not be able to see any kind of exception here, even if we are not explicitly marking it as synchronized one, right? So you can see I'm running it multiple times and both threads will be accessing now, and there will not be any kind of exception. Okay, so whichever thread is accessing first, that kind of values get updated, but you see that there is no kind of exception, because if one thread is accessing, the other thread is waiting outside, and once that work is completed, this is going and updating it. Okay, so that's why it is not happening, and you see here we are not putting it inside the synchronized map method. Even then it is a synchronized one, so that's why by default it is synchronized, and in performance wise it will be slow when compared to hash map. So if you are running in a multi-threaded environment, then just go for the hash table, or you can create an hash map, and then you have to put it inside an explicitly synchronized one. Okay, so this is for the hash table, and when you change it for the linked hash map, so let's try with the linked hash map also. And now it is not a synchronized one, right? So definitely it is going to throw a concurrent modification exception when you are running this program. Okay, so let us run sometime. You can see you have got that exception now. Okay, so at sometimes it is trying to access at the same, and the modification exception is being thrown. Okay, and even this also you can make it as a synchronized pattern. So let me comment out this one, and we will have this line, and now this hash map is linked hash map is a synchronized map. Okay, and if you are running this one, you will not be able to see the concurrent modification exception, even if you run it multiple times. Okay, so because each threads are going to access one by one, so multiple everything are not going to access the map at the same time, so that exception will not happen now, and it is thread safe since it is synchronized. Okay, okay, and the other one we have it is tree map, right? So let's try with the tree map class as well. And when you are running this one, you will get the same kind of exception because this is not synchronized, right? See here, got an exception now. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll try to synchronize this one as well explicitly using this method. Okay, and here actually you have another synchronized method like synchronized sorted map. Okay, since tree map is implementing the sorted map, right? You can use this one as well. Okay, but here, yeah, just replace it with tree map, so it will not throw any kind of error. So you can put it as a map, synchronized map or synchronized sorted map. Anything will be working for tree map. Okay, because this is implementing the sorted map, and sorted map extends the uh, map interface, right? So here you can see it implements the sorted map, and this one extends the map interface, so you can directly use the synchronized sorted map method. And now let us run this one, and you can see it will not be throwing any kind of error now, exceptions using this one, because the tree map is synchronized using the explicit method now. Okay, so that's why this is the difference between the synchronized and non-synchronized. Okay, so let me take this one, map difference. I think we have covered all the scenarios, sorry, all the differences. So based on this one, you guys needs to choose and what is the requirement that you are getting in your coding. So based on that, you can choose any kind of maps. And if it is a multi-threaded environment, then just go for the synchronized map, and you can use any kind of map and you can make it as explicit, or else hash table, it's by default it is a synchronized one. Okay, so that's it with the collections API framework, and I think we have covered the map interface as well, and thanks for watching this video.